and welcome to episode number 2 of this playthrough of Elden Ring. I have just arrived in the Forbidden Lands in the first episode, over here. And I do want to go back in this episode first on the elevator that we just arrived on. To go back and have a look at that divine tower that is over here, because I have a rune in my inventory from beating Morgott, and I have to bring this rune, I think, to the divine tower that's over here. So let's have a look at that first. So we just crossed this very large bridge. On the capital outskirts, as you can see. And when I arrived here, there is a path to the right that leads to the divine tower. So that's the tower there that's disappearing into the mist. Now I don't know how hard this tower is going to be. The divine tower in Caelid was pretty hard. I haven't fully beaten that one. So let's see what we'll discover here. Oh. What just happened? We're in darkness now. Let's see, does my lantern work? Yes and no. So is this the soldier that I was just sneaking toward? Okay. Seems like we're fighting something. Looks like it's one of those trolls that are also in the underground. Okay, that's one of them. Then I'm going to get my mana back, get my health back up. See if I can perhaps buff up a little bit before he gets too close. Oh damn, that's not gonna end well. Didn't have as much time as I thought I would. Get some distance for the flames. Oh, okay, those I have to dodge. Okay, he is diseased right now, so I think maybe I can take a bit of distance. Have him attack, and then try to Dragon Claw him. One more, if I can. And that's him dead. The Fell Twins. Okay. Woman Killer Rolo we get as a spirit. Now, is that soldier gonna be there when we return? Huh. Did it teleport us to the other side, maybe? And I think I do want to sit here to renew my flasks, since there aren't really any enemies here. And make sure on the map. Okay, so we have somehow moved off, although you can see the outlines of a bridge here, where we went back inside on the top level. Okay, just wanted to see if there was text that would appear on that statue. Okay, a lot of mist here, because as we could see from a distance, the top of this tower was covered in mist, and we can see some of the other divine towers. I'm curious, which one am I looking at here? Could be the one in Limgrave, or in Caelid, perhaps? Or both? And then here we see the two fingers. And another grace. And then this should be Morgott's rune. Morgott's great rune. And what does that do? Raises maximum HP. This great rune is the anchor ring that houses the base and proves two things: that the Omen King was born of the golden lineage, and that he was indeed the Lord of Leyndell. The Omen King, okay. Let's have a look around from here. So this is our Earth tree. And that's what I think I need to destroy the thorned vine wall for, was to get into the Earth tree, or close to the Earth tree at least. And there we have a snowy landscape. And that seems to be the land I am going to. Aha, and it might be that there is the tower that we just came from. And the unknown lands was down below there. Or maybe I'm oriented wrong. Let me check on my map. No, I think that's right. That's where the other bonfire is, or the other side of grace. That must be the mountain top of the giant then. Nothing here. Yeah, that must be the Tower of Kaled. And that one, the one in Limgrave. Okay, let's go back. I do want to quickly check down below of the Divine Tower there on that bridge. We got teleported over, and I don't know if I can run on the bridge or if that's gonna drop me back into that shadow landscape, but I want to see if there's anything else here on the bridge. Can I use my horse? No, I can't. Horrand. That was the name of the horse, right? Horrand. Oh, and there's that soldier. But let's see, was he guarding something or is he a special mob? Just a guy we can slash in half. Just a guy we can slash in half. Okay. Then let's just take our elevator back down here. So this misty room. Also gonna have a quick run around. Don't think there will be any items here, but just to be sure. Nothing glowing or intractable. So I think we're good there. Okay, so let's reset my spawn location at this side of Grace. Then I think we are on a plateau or a platform over nothingness. drawstring fire grease. So I've not been able to experiment much with the grease and stuff, because the weapons I'm using have that Art of War that provides additional bleeding. And you cannot put grease on a weapon that has that Art of War in particular. Now I think the drawstring grease is for the bow, but also there I'm not sure. I'm using a special bow. We have an axe buried here, and then something I can target. Nothing here that's gonna surprise me. Let's sneak and have a look what's there. Okay, I see two of them. Let's go for this first one. Oh, they're the little guys that do bleeding. I can do bleeding too, though. Let's see if there's more. Definitely is. Another one behind me, two behind me actually. And let's see. Oh, is that a big skull? It most definitely is. Okay, let's reorient for a second here. So I came from this side. I didn't notice that there's a Stake of America here. Oh no, it's a summoning pool. I've never used the summoned or summon allies before. So then is that skull the main path or a side path? I'm wondering, can I get up there? Looks like I can. Let's check here first. Okay. I think this gets me back to where I was before. that an enemy up there? Yeah, definitely. Although it's not letting me target them, but I think a bit of Dragon's Breath should do the trick. Okay, or not. Maybe that ledge is in the way. Some good old sword skills then. So I prefer to have the scimitar in my hand so I can respond quickly if there's an enemy close jumping me, and then I can always tactically move to a spell with the Dragon Communion Seal if I want to cast something defensive or offensive. So the game has kind of taught me to be cautious. Oh, that's why we're poisoned. Was that a poison trap or those poison balls? Now I don't really take a lot of poison damage anyway. But I don't think I have my poison curing spell on. Let's see if I have some boluses. Okay, so I have to be on the lookout for traps here, apparently. Just checking for loot. Okay, so this is the edge of the map. Oh, is that a Dark Knight? Knight Cavalry, yes it is. Damn. These guys can be pretty tough. So let's try and get him diseased. Isn't yet. Damn, and that was a miss. Let's dodge him first. Make him charge. Luckily he's confined to a pretty small space. Oh, that was a quick attack. Oh, and I'm dead. Okay. Again, 53,000 souls. Laying there. So let's try and make it back alive. So instead of the poison mist, I'll put on the spell that cures poison, just in case. And then on the guy on the horse, the Night Cavalry, I need to be a bit more patient with my attacks. Perhaps also, since he is quite confined to that space and cannot do long wind-ups, it might be better for me to use my sword for short-range attacks here instead of the dragon spells. No, not cure poison, that's not what I wanted to do. My heal over time. And attack power, that's what I wanted to do. So I don't know if I have to kill those little guys up there, if they're gonna come down. Oh, from here you can see the skull better. There was the poison, I think, in that bush. Well, let's try to sneak. One. Now it might be, I think, very likely that the Night Cavalry was there because it was night. Now when I played the game last, about a year ago, you could only really get to night bosses if you activated that it was night at the bonfires or at the graces. So perhaps they changed it, that there is actually a day cycle, day and night cycle. Okay. Aha. But there is something on the other side. A little flower. And then to get back, I think I'll need Torrent's double jump. And this also seems to be an edge. Now, if that's the case, that we're surrounded left and right by this chasm, I'm going to do this off of my horse, because otherwise I'll fall off with these wonky controls. And while I'm here, I'm also going to set a marker that there is an enemy here that I can fight. And I have a document with notes, and I'm going to set a note in there. So give me just a second. Now the reason why I'm not fighting this guy right now, I can go back and set it to nighttime and try and fight him, is because I have quite a few runes on the line. And I remember those cavalry riders being pretty difficult. So I'm going to try and find a few more runes from easier enemies first. See if I can level up. That might be a while though, and then come back for a guy like that. Okay, so we have a gap in the chasm, or a chasm. Okay, so we have more of these cone heads, and I do need my horse again. Okay, and then from here, let's see what we can do. Can we jump up? Definitely can. Ah, that was way too late. Was that all of them? Lost only a little bit of health, so I'll heal it up with Bestial Vow. Okay, skulls are just skulls, so it's not like in Limgrave where they dropped runes. Now if that's one for flasks, which looks like it is, I might leave it until I've fought those guys in the back. Hope it doesn't run away from here. Oh, there's a guy hiding. And it runs away. Goddamn. Okay, focus on the fight. Ooh, damn. I'm losing a lot of health. Okay, gone is the bug. So far for tactics. Although there's another one up there. But it might be a trap to lure me in when there is an ambush nearby. There's been a bunch of times in the game that it's done that. So I'll scout around first. Let's check the other side here. Okay, no, it seems to be just a bug. And that now renews my flasks. We have this little area going down. Does this lead anywhere? Doesn't seem like it. And there's one for mana. What looks like it could be for mana. Floating on the left. But again, let me scout the area first. There's definitely a guy middle of the path. There's claw. I have to be a bit careful about those, the claws that come out. Okay, and then there is another skull there that I can go check out. Okay, dash toward him. Bit of button spamming. Some butterflies up there. And then a golden seed over here. Now, as far as I know, I've upgraded my flasks to the maximum amount because I've tried to upgrade it and it said it wouldn't allow me to upgrade any more. But I will still pick them up. I don't know if there is a new game plus and if you can keep upgrading, but I don't know then if you keep your materials that you have. Okay, this time there is an item in the skull. So let's see if we can get in. Somber Smithing Stone 7. All right. Let's see, on this side, was there anything else? There is a guy there. But that's the way we came from, I think. But still, I do want to check as much as I can of the area. And get some runes as well, of course. Now that one, that bug, that might be a spell. I know it's also blue, so it could also be just a cerulean flask bug. But it might also be a new spell. So let's try and chase it. No, it was just for the flasks. Strange why it's giving me so much, so many of those. So much flasks. Or flask charges. I'll be zigzagging left and right a little bit to take out these enemies that are scouting. Oh, don't jump after him. Is he dead? No, not yet. I think I can follow him safely and get back up. Looks like we have some leftover pillars of what used to be a bridge here. Okay, let me check here first. I think this is just the chasm, yeah. Black Blade Kindred. Where? Okay, a gargoyle. Okay, a gargoyle that yells a lot. Let's try and gauge the distance to this guy. Seems to be pulling back. Let's learn his attacks first. So that's a long string of attacks. Make sure I'm not running off the edge. Let's get closer maybe. Oh no, closer is a bad idea. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Stake of America, please. Hope that doesn't drop me right on top of him. So let's orient. So I explored the left side of the road, not the right side yet. So our runes should be right in front of us. Oh yeah, there's the pillars from the bridge. Pre-buff a few things. Try and make a run for the runes. Okay, there he is. He definitely did not do that before. See if I can hit him. Yeah. Dodging is another thing. Out of mana. Oh, and out of health. So I think for some attacks it might be useful for me to get a bit closer. And I'll try a few sword attacks first, practice those. And I can also use my Mimic here. To give me a little bit of leeway on this guy. Okay, so he's going for the Mimic. In that case, I can get some breaths up. Make sure I don't get hit. And I think he might be close to being diseased. He doesn't really take much disease damage. Perhaps Dragon Claw. I mean, he is getting really low. Oh. and also just not die. Spinning blade. Oh wow, that was almost a one shot. God damn. Okay, so my mimic is dead. Oh, so close. Heal, heal, heal. Okay, that's the gargoyle. Gargoyle's black blades and the gargoyle black axe. Now, I believe these items require a lot of strength. This one, yeah, 24 strength. So it's definitely not a weapon for the build that I'm running. Okay, let's get everything up again. Get Bestial Vitality on to heal. And my sword. So let me see, what have I not explored? I think this side. I think this might be the skull. No, it's not. Okay. That kind of looks climbable. But I do have 122,000 runes, so I might want to find a bonfire and a site of grace pretty soon. So it all depends, are there a lot more enemies up this bridge or not? If I should perhaps go back to the previous bonfire now that this boss is slain and try my hand at the Knight's Cavalry. Oh, there's a few more. And an item. Freezing grease, nothing spectacular. But at least that eliminates this corner as well. And then next time I can go straight onto the bridge. No dungeon entrances or anything. No. Okay. Let's... Okay. What I'm gonna do is force up onto Torrent and then have a quick run on the bridge. And if there are enemies there, I'm just gonna turn back, get out of combat. But it could also be that there is a grace here somewhere. And if there is, it would be a bit stupid to just turn back. And I think there is a side of grace there. I see the golden wavy lines. I also see the old... I don't remember what her name was. The person who talks to the fingers. And rest.
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Turn back. Ahead lies the land of the giant's flame.
But I need the giant's flame.
And the way forth is forbidden. Hear me. The burning of the Earth Tree is the first cardinal sin. Doing so will unbind destined death and slay the world itself.
That's not good.
Who would dare put you up to such a task? Most certainly not the fingers.
No, I think that's true. That it was not the fingers who put me up to that task. I think it was... I don't know if it was Melina or the guy who's at the round table hold.
You
Talk more.
You're turn back.
Just the same.
Hear me.
Okay.
Doing so. Who would dare? Most certainly not.
Now that looks a whole lot like the Grand Lift of Dectus that I discovered a long time ago. Where was the lift even? I think up here. Grand Lift of Dectus. And that looked the same as where we are right now. And this is the Grand Lift of Rold. I saw that on the map. And then there should be a map fragment not far past this. Problem is I only have half of the fragment of the Lift of Rold. So what I'm talking about is in the quest items. So for the Lift of Dectus, you have 2 halves of a medallion to operate the lift. Now I also have here half of a medallion, the right side of the Grand Lift of Rold, but I need both sides of the medallion. Let me see. Does it give me any clues? Right half of a split medallion depicting the Halleck tree. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Rold, granting access to a hidden path. In other words, this secret medallion will guide the bearer to the land of Michaela's Halleck tree. Okay, so it doesn't give a clue where the left side is. Now, what I could do is, how do I navigate this? See if I have any notes. Because it's been a long time since I've played. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just go up to the lift. What I'll do first is upgrade. Now that I have enough runes. So what I wanted to upgrade first was Faith to unlock a few more spells along the way, a few more dragon spells. So I'll upgrade Faith first for a while and then perhaps go back to Vigor or Arcane. Okay. Then I'm going to end the episode here. And in the next episode, I will be first going back to fight that Knight Cavalier that appears at night on this bridge. I put a marker here so I would remember where to go. And then when I've defeated him, or if I can defeat him, we'll have a try. Then we'll have a look here at the Lift of Rold and see if I can get up, or if there was another place I needed to go first in order to get up this lift. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.